before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today is not really a great update, it's just me updating you on information about people in the comments and people who have applications in, and a little bit of an update on what's going on with the EIDL targeted advance and the supplemental advance. And again, it's just mainly updates on you guys and applicants and the statuses you're at and things like that. Also, we're going to talk a little bit more about fraud, because that's just a main thing. That's a huge thing right now, is fraud. And I feel really bad for a lot of people because they get caught up in that mess, and just want to elaborate a little more on that. So I am glad about what's going on with the PPP. I'm hearing that a lot of you are in lender funding statuses and borrower funded statuses. A lot of you have been paid already, and that's great. But then there are the hold codes and people who are still stuck in sign and hold and things like that. A lot of the hold codes are basically just them looking into your application a little more, or it could be maybe something going on with the bank account information where it can't be funded for some odd reason. I know Chime was one where people was having problems, and I got a comment about credit unions. So I guess it depends on the credit union. I know Navy Federal, USAA, Credit Union 1, a couple other credit unions, they're really good. I can't speak on all of them. There are tons of credit unions, so I don't know. But look into the credit union, find out what's going on with them. If they see anything that was coming into your account from a lender, from your lender, because you should have a lender on there. Because when you get your deposits, it actually is a deposit from that lender. It's not from SBA, it's from that lender. So call your credit union or call your bank and see if they see a deposit from them. And if not, then you're going to have to try your best to get in contact with the lender. The lender, they may respond, they may not. That's the problem with the whole thing, is the communication factor of it. It sucks. It really does. As far as you guys with the hold codes, again, that could be, I guess that was a hold code, right? But it could be that there's something they see in the application that doesn't add up. It could be they see another application somewhere else. It could be several things. So it's more of like a wait and see type deal. They'll reach out and let you know what's going on, though, from what I understand. The length of time after you get approved, it depends on the application. They only have about 2 weeks left. They have until June 30th. So I'm assuming they're going to get a move on. So it can't be that whole 20-day thing anymore. They don't have 20 days. They got about 15. So it's all about them getting it going. But they are moving it along. They are getting the whole code taken care of. So, and the main whole code they're talking about is the secondary review. I know about that. Again, that goes until they may see something going on with the application. They may send the application somewhere else. It could be whatever. It could be moving you to another lender that actually has funds, because some of these lenders are running out of funds quickly. all the funds are allocated. So whatever funds are allocated for that lender, once that lender is out, they got to transfer the app. That's my assumption. That's just me saying what makes sense. So that's probably what's going on with that as well. Now, as far as the EIDL is concerned, the EIDL, I got a question today that was kind of interesting, but I'll just tell you this, because it relates to the question. Actually, it answers the question. Even though I asked the question in the on the channel, but I'm going to answer it here as well. If you already got approved, if you already got an email invite for the EIDL and or supplemental, you don't have to apply for the EIDL anymore. You don't have to do it. Now, if you would apply it again and you already applied, you may have pushed yourself back. But if you already applied and then you got an email invite, there's no need for you to apply. Okay? But if you never applied, or even probably if you applied a while ago and you just tired of waiting, I guess you can go ahead and apply again. I mean, it can't hurt. It just might push you back. But go ahead and apply. Because in order for you to get the email invite for the targeted advance and the supplemental advance, you have to apply. I got a video that walks you through the application process. And it's very simple. It's not a hard application at all. It's very simple. Actually, on like 2 or 3 pages at the longest. And it's just mainly clicking this and clicking that and entering some information. But it's not really much to it. It's very simple. So if you're interested in getting the email invite for the targeted advance grant, which is $10,000, and a supplemental advance grant, which is $5,000, together that's $15,000, you have to apply for the EIDL loan. Now, the EIDL loan, you don't have to qualify for the loan, or you don't have to be approved for the loan to get an email invite. You just have to apply for it. It has no correlation to the two. And they do look at your Experian credit score. It's the Vantage score they look at, actually. It's not the FICO, it's the Vantage score they look at. I believe it has to be about a 570 or 580. I think they even lowered it, so I think it's down to 560 right now. So, but I'll say if you're around 570, 580, you might get approved for the loan too. You just may. But you don't have to be approved for the loan to get invited for the targeted advance and the supplemental advance. All right. That's pretty much $15,000 in technically free money. It's all tax stuff that we gotta, that's coming out of our pocket as taxpayers, but it's technically free money because you don't have to pay it back. Okay. Now, in order to apply, all right, you can go to SBA.gov. You can either go up here to funding programs and click COVID-19 relief options, or you can go right here and click learn more. It'll bring you here, PPP. You don't have to worry about this anymore. All right, you don't have to worry about this because this is done on the 31st, and they have until June 30th to get everybody funded who's eligible to be funded. Now, they already have you allocated for it, so the money is spoken for. So if your application got money attached to it, you'll be getting, hopefully. But just go here. And this is good if you got a restaurant. This ran out of funds, so they're trying to get this refunded. The restaurant revitalization fund, they're trying to get that refunded. But we're going to worry about this. So we go to the COVID-19 EIDL. COVID-19 Economic Injury Disaster Loan. You scroll down and you click apply here. That's all you have to do. Click apply here. It's explained to you about all of the programs. All right, loan eligibility. Small business owners and qualified agricultural businesses in all U.S. states and territories are currently eligible to apply for a low-interest loan due to COVID-19. Agricultural businesses with 500 or fewer employees are now eligible as a result of new authority granted by Congress in response to the pandemic. So pretty much everybody is eligible to apply. It's a targeted advance, all right? But like I said, in order for you to do all that, you have to apply, click apply here, all right? Then they talk about the supplemental targeted advance. All right. And remember, to be eligible for the targeted advance, have to have 300 employees or less, have to be in a low income area, and demonstrate a 30% reduction in income from 2019 to 2020. So in order to be eligible, you have to be in a low income area, 300 or less employees, and had a 30% reduction in income between 2020 and 2019. For the targeted advance, 10 employees or less, targeted low income area, which is targeted low income area, and you had to have a 50% economic loss. Okay, so that's pretty much all that is for that. But again, you go here, you click apply. I'll show you the application. Apply here. This is for the loan. Streamline process requirements. This is all it is, pretty much. This, see how quick that is? Bam, you go to the next page, and bam, all of them is like this, pretty much. There's only like 3 pages, all of them are like this. That's it. Click, 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 enter a little bit of information, boom, next. Enter a little bit of information, boom, next. This is really nothing. Right, they give you a summary. So I got a video walking you through this, and you know it's very simple. Actually, what's the title that I'll show you? Okay, it's the video right here. SBA EIDL Targeted Advance. This is the video right here. It walks you through it. Okay, even says it right here, EIDL application walkthrough. If you want, you can go to the playlist. So I have an EIDL playlist, and it's in there. It's in the playlist. Okay. So it's very simple. Again, there are people who are at the process of getting they actually got approved for the targeted advance. They're just waiting for the funds to get into their account. Usually it doesn't take long. Me, it took, once I was approved, it took about 2 to 3 business days. Some people it's been about a week or 2, you know, and a lot of it has to do with same reason why the PPP just got sent back. It was return funding. It was something going on with the bank account, so you just got to fix that, and bam. Usually it has to be a business account or the account you use for business. That's the one you want to use, but they prefer a business account. If you don't have a business account, if you just did Uber and Lyft or something like that, you never had a business account, that's fine, as long as it's that account you use for business. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It was just not a major update, just something I wanted to run by you about what's going on. People getting approved for the PPP. They're getting PPP funded. They're going through hold codes, and secondary review codes, which are basically hold codes. And with the EIDL, they wanted to, I wanted to let you know that, you know, you have to just go ahead and apply for the loan, and you'll already be eligible to get the email, or you'll get an email for the targeted advance and the supplemental advance. You'll get the email for those. Now, as far as fraud is concerned, listen, it's very bad, because here's the thing. People got desperate, okay? They wanted some of the money. And I spoke about this in another video, but you let somebody do your application, you don't know what they put on your application at all. Now, here's the thing. It's something I just thought about. I was watching a video, and it dawned on me that, remember in a couple of videos I spoke about how somebody tried to get me. And I allowed them to go ahead and do my application, but when I looked at the application, I actually went in and looked at the application. The person said I made over $80,000 when I just had a negative net amount on my tax return. Okay, so I had a negative net amount on my tax return I just did, and here come this guy trying to put in that I made over $80,000 in net. That wasn't even gross, that was net. So I was like, nah, dude, no, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. You're not about to mess me up like that. Then he had the nerve to ask me, was I interested in having him do my EIDL? And I said, dude, I just got denied for the loan. I got $1,000 advance, so I'm good. I'm good. You ain't about to do that. But listen, that lets me know that a lot of you guys who just recently got these $20,000 PPP loans, your gross said $100,000, and for you that got $20,000 last year, and you paid this person, whoever the person was, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever, how much you paid this person, you have no knowledge at all of what's on that application. Now, in order for you to get $20,000 last year, your net had to be way up there around 100 G's. Right now, it's your gross that's 100,000, but 100 G's at net. Wow. So what you gonna do? You're not gonna get forgiven. Well, I mean, what are you really gonna do? You didn't even have a business. You had nothing. So what are you gonna do? And again, they're not messing around. Do I believe everybody's gonna get arrested? And no, but you're gonna get a heck of a fine. I know that. Fine is gonna be outrageous. You got to pay the money back. On top of, you just shot yourself in the foot over any government assistance that you're gonna get. You just shot yourself in the foot. So what if it's another disaster? You're not gonna get anything because you just frauded the government and you lied. Remember, this stuff is traceable. It's paperwork. Your name, your all of your personal information is on there. It's yours. That's you. I know you needed the money. I understand. I understand you needed the money. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But was it really worth everything that's going to come with it? It's kind of like the instant gratification situation. You do stuff to make you feel good right now. But what are the consequences behind it? What's going to happen next? It's kind of like you messing with that girl or that dude that you know ain't no good for you. You know got other chicks on the side or other dudes on the side. You mess with that person, yeah, it felt good right now, but now what? It's over. It's done. Now you feel like crap. So now you got the money. You was able to buy the TV. You was able to go on the trip. You was able to pay your bills, which is good. You was able to, make sure your kids was happy for the holidays. Take your kids out to Disney World or whatever. It felt good. But what about that phone call though? The phone call from the feds. What about that? What about them going over all of your paperwork with a fine-tooth comb and you have no idea what's in that paperwork whatsoever? What about that? Does it feel good now? No, it doesn't. Now, what's really not going to feel good is that charge gets set up on you that's going to follow you for the next 10 years or so. On top of having to pay that money back with them fines. Fines ain't no joke. Paying the money back with the fines. And then worst case scenario, the handcuffs. That's what you don't want. You can probably handle the fine. You can probably handle that extra balloon interest. You can probably handle all of that once you get it together. Because remember, a lot of you didn't have any money to begin with. So now you got $20,000 or even more, depending on who did it and what time or what part of the game this was in. Probably got more than 20,000. But you didn't use it to make any more money. So now what you're gonna do? Because now you got to pay that interest back. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be at 1%. So now you got to pay that interest back. You got to pay that fine plus whatever it is. So just say you had to pay $20 a month. Now with that fine and that balloon interest, it's probably more so like $300-$400 a month. How you gonna do that? You didn't turn it around to no income. You weren't thinking about going to get a job. Probably some of you do it. Some of you probably did do it. But I'm just saying, is it really worth it though? Is it really worth the headache, the stress? Is it really worth it? Have them all in your business like that. Is it really worth it? Have that on your record. Is it really worth it? So you didn't think about that. You just thinking about, man, 20,000, boom. And if you really think about it, 20,000 ain't really a lot of money. It's not worth it. Now you talking about 2 million, but that's not even worth it because look at the people who got the millions. They're in jail. They lived good for a few months, but now they're in jail. Died, boom. Yeah, it was good while it lasted for those couple of months. But anyway, I just wanted to run that past you, man. I mean, it's real out here. They're not joking around. They're serious. They're like, hey, we gotta. I mean, those for-profit detentions, they waiting on you. They're rubbing their hands together like you was when they said you're gonna get that PPP loan when you ain't had no business. So you rubbing your hands together thinking about what you're gonna do. The for-profit detentions, they doing the same thing, rubbing their hands together waiting. You know, they just sitting there chilling, waiting for those deposits. You know, everybody else, y'all the deposits that's gonna make more deposits. They're gonna get interest off of you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thanks for watching the video, everybody. All right, hope you got some information out of this. Hope it helped you a little bit, get a little more insight. You know, you want to work on your credit, so that way you don't have to worry about no EIDLs or PPPs or anything like that. You know, you can go to your financial institution and apply for their loans and qualify by getting your credit together. You can do that by getting your 3 scores and your 3 reports from the 3 major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, by clicking the credit monitoring link in the description below. All right, click the credit monitoring link in the description below and get abreast of your credit. All right, so you can qualify for your financial institution products. Okay, credit cards, car loans, mortgages, whatever, you know. And also, if you want to, you know, learn about how I got 5 properties for $5,500, check out the Be Free link in the description below. Want to see how I get all this cash back? Check out the cash back link in the description below. And also, if you want to make some money, $500 to $1,000 a week, you know, riding around town, being a dasher, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. And Hire Car also down there. You can use their card instead of your card to be a dasher. So click that link as well, the Wealth Hire Car. And as always, until the next video, let's get this money.